Hey everybody, this is Gerard Wiley. And as we know, at the end of every month, somebody got to get put in the hot seat. And I guess today is me. I hope I don't embarrass myself here today, but I guess we're just going to get right into it. D.
How you doing, Gerard? Welcome to We Got You in the Hot Seat. First question I have for you is regarding your experience overall, what are you most proud of?
To be honest, I'm most proud of, and this might sound kind of weird, but the information we learned. Everything I learned this month has stuck with me in some small or big way or shape or form. And it's never anything I'm gonna forget, which is interesting because, when you have ADD and hyperactive and it's hard to focus in. But we're talking about the brain. This was media psychology and we're in school for marketing. We were learning things we need to know. And that's what I'm most grateful for. We pay money to go to school, so at the end of the day, your job is to walk away with some knowledge of what you're learning. But I know a lot about media psychology. I feel as though I can actually go out there and I can teach others that, aren't aware and make them more aware because it is something that is going on. It is something that we can use as a good resourceful tool to help us with our marketing and, whoever else we help. So that is what I took away the most, the information.
Question number 2. If you could, what would you go back and change?
I would go back to maybe week 1 or week 2 of this month, and I would apply myself a little bit more to the actual projects we had due at the end of every week. My projects would have been on a much higher scale. So instead of me, giving an example of how I would design this person's website, I would actually go in and design a website. You're getting a visual and an explanation behind it, so it would have been more fitting to my seniority now.
Next question. What do you want? And what steps are you going to take to make that happen?
I'm learning to market my music. And that's honestly my dream. It's my ultimate goal. I want to be an artist. I want to be in the entertainment industry. But I want to take the correct steps to get there as well. The steps I have to take to make that a reality are becoming a little more clearer to me every day. It starts with the budget, obviously, which accumulates over time. It starts with the marketing plan and strategy. And with media psychology now and the knowledge I have of that, it really does make my job a lot easier. I would always tell Beth, it's kind of like cheating. When you can understand how the mind works and, what targets what certain parts of the brain, your advertisements become a method of brilliance, honestly, because you know exactly what you're doing, you know what results to expect, and you know how to analyze whatever data, you don't know.
Question number 4. If any, what steps have you taken outside of the classroom to improve your ability to transition into the industry?
I'm always working. Even this month in my media psychology class, I went to one of the best studios in Orlando. It's called KDS Music Studios on Hollywood Drive. And I spent, they do $100 a session, so I finally invested some good money in myself. I did 3 hours there. They ended up giving me a good little discount. I ended up knocking 4 songs out in 2 hours. So honestly, what Full Sail has taught me just as a whole is to kind of professionalize your craft. So that's why I did that. I wanted to invest in myself as an artist, take my craft seriously, and I got the quality I wanted. So I was really proud of that. Best believe, even when I'm not in school, I'm always applying myself to either my music. I do websites now. I'm doing graphics. I do interns for a couple of studios. I do their social media. So I like to keep my plate busy and, full. That way when I do graduate, I have options. It's good to have options.
Okay. Question number 5. What can you do more of to help your success after graduation? Now that's a 2-part question. Second part is, what can you do less of?
That's a good question. That's why I don't like the hot seat here. What I can do more of, continue applying what I've learned throughout my major, because everything is worthwhile. It's something I'm gonna need to know when I graduate. So I have my notes, but at the same time I have a lot remembered up here. So as long as I apply all the important things that I've learned. The things the teacher have told me, write this down. Don't forget that. One day you're going to need this. They mean that. So that's what I want to use that for. Even when I graduate, whatever jobs, opportunities come my way, they have to see my skill sets. They have to know that I was in school and I was learning something as opposed to me just wasting my time there.
What can you do less of?
Less of.
Mm-hmm.
Procrastinate. I hate to say it, but I am a A1 procrastinator if I do not have the environment I need to study. And that can be a good and a bad thing, because when I am in my environment, I zone in and I'm able to focus. But a lot of times that's not going to be the case. You might be on a bus somewhere and you got to get a project done. I just have to learn to stop procrastinating, because what you're not doing, somebody else is getting paid to do somewhere.
Okay. Question number 6. Talk about the things you have learned in your MCBS experience that you think will be most helpful in the future.
We do these things called Friday blends, and we have them every Friday, and we do it every month. And we all kind of just get together as media strategists, because that is what we are. And we help local businesses, companies out that kind of need our help. From Full Sail and my whole, Full Sail experience with media communications, I kind of want to imply that and implement that in everything I do. What I realize is everyone has a team. You can't really get anywhere in today's world by yourself unless you're just a brilliant inventor. But even that, you need someone to do the marketing for you. So it's not the case with that either. I definitely want to implement the professionalism aspect of what I've learned. So I love meeting. If you're doing a song or another artist is doing a song, I have that need. I have that want to sit down with others and, compile a respectable strategy for them that'll actually show them results. If someone's a chef, I want them to take their craft seriously. I want to sit down with them and help them, elevate to that success they want. So even with myself, I take it a lot more seriously. And anyone that's serious about their talent, anyone that wants to use the skills I have to help them better their future, I'm with it. I take this seriously, and I respect our teachers have got us to that point as well. Even when I go to the Friday blends now, we don't get graded. It's purely for experience, but it helps.
And the last question I have for you today: how will you challenge yourself to step it up with your time left?
I gotta give it everything I got. And it sounds corny, but it's true. I can't make any excuses. I have to try to convince myself that this is a job starting now, and everything I do affects my paycheck. And I think that is what's going to really help me take it from, about to graduate to should have graduated already. I've been ready for this type of thing. I have a lot of people, I would love to make proud, including myself. So it starts with me and it ends with me. And at the end of the day, I'll know as long as I focus in and do what I have to do, the people that love me and, expect me to get to where I need to go, I'll be able to take care of them one day as well, too. So that's important. And I guess that's the answer to that question.
Okay. And that's all the questions I have for you today.
Oh, we done! No more hotspot. Oh, thank God. I ain't never doing this again with y'all again, man. You guys have a great day. I'm out.